that gives you an idea. So our next speaker, Janet Marquez, she's talking about long-term thinking and clarity. And I've gotten to know Janet the last couple of months very well. We've become good friends, talking often. And this woman, I hope you're ready, because she's going to jazz you up. She's this little woman with unbelievable energy and passion. She's a spitfire. I just adore her. She gets me all jazzed up and excited, because usually I'm the one getting people excited. No, this girl gets me excited. I've known her for a few years, and I've seen her go through the challenges. Like, every rank is a new challenge. But you know what, this girl, no, she sees that vision. And, for example, some of you, your volumes went down over the summer. Did anybody experience that? Volumes going down? I mean, it's kind of everywhere. But, people like Janet, she's like, yeah, so what? Okay, well, this is the vision, and she's just at it. Like, nothing stops this woman. No obstacle. Her clarity in her bigger picture, it's just so crystal clear to her. I mean, she has this crazy imagination, so lovely, and nothing ever gets her down. She just blasts right through it. So I am so excited for you to hear from her and be inspired by her, and that she just instills hope in your heart that you can do anything you wish to. Please welcome Janet Marquez. You got this, babe.
I'm so excited right now, you guys. So, I do want to say before I start, thank you, Desiree, for teaching us about these oils. And I've always known what they did physically for me. I remember the first time I put Breathe on my daughter, and she would cough all night long, and I'd be up getting her, and then something happened. Oh, compliance, how would I say this right? It's all good. She felt better. It was good. But it taught me that the oils had power. And just recently, right after we hit Diamond, actually, I got pregnant the month that we hit Diamond with my baby, if you guys have seen me carrying them around. And something happened to me at that time. It was really, I wasn't expecting. I got really sad and felt really weighed down. Felt like I was treading through mud all the time. Felt so tired. Where before my other pregnancies, I was able to just get up and go and do what I needed to do, and this one just really emotionally knocked me down. Have you ever felt that way before? Oh, good, it's not just me. And I had the baby, and I was okay. I could blame it on the pregnancy, and then I had the baby, but I still wasn't feeling like me. It's like I'd stepped out of who I was, and now I was something else, and I was like, where did I go? And that's when Desiree called me and took me through had me put some oils on my body. She said it just like this: okay, you're ready. Put this and this and this on your body, put this and this and this. And I was like, awesome, wow, ooh, ah. And then the next day I woke up and I was like, I'm gonna write a book, and I'm gonna travel to the moon, and I'm gonna create a world. And I mean, like, it was just fantastic. These oils and what she's teaching you right here today, please apply it. Please think about it. Please internalize it. Let the oils sink into every cell of who you are and testify of their personality and truth to who you are. Because I see who you are. It's one of my gifts. You guys have woken me up at 4 a.m. for like months now, telling me what you needed to hear today. Because you're loved and you're important, you're special. And no one can do what you're going to do. Only you. If you don't do it, it won't get done. and the world will miss out. So it's very important today that you open up to this person that's been screaming inside of you to come out. It's been waking you up at 4 a.m. and you're thinking, what's wrong with me? I must go to the doctor. No, it's you. Talking to you. Saying, I'm smart. I'm fabulous. I'm special. I'm important. Oh my goodness, this person needs me today. We are breaking out of that. Today is a new day of stopping that voice.
Woo!
Thank you. You are brand new today because you have never heard me speak before. You're next. Okay, vision. What is vision? Let's go ahead and move to the next space. Oh, this is my brother. He taught me everything I know. Thank you. Okay, long-term thinking and clarity. Is it going to pop up here too? Okay. Awesome. I just pushed the buttons. Oh, yes, no? Okay. Oh, my goodness, you guys. This was, who in here played high school sports?
Woo!
Yeah? Did you like it? I loved it. I started playing basketball and volleyball and track when I was 5th grade. We came from a small town, and that's what we did. And so junior high, played ball, then we get into our freshman year, and of course we played ball. And I remember that year, we were so good. We won 1 game the whole year, and it was against the deaf and blind kids. But I loved basketball. So the next year, sophomore year, we came into it, and I'll just tell you, my freshman year, I had a lot of fire, I had a lot of spunk, but I was out of control. I would steal the ball, I would run down, I'd bounce it off of the backboard, I'd run and steal the ball again, then I'd bounce it off the backboard, then I'd run and steal the ball again, then I'd throw it away. I mean, it was just like the game was watching me just be crazy on the court because I didn't know what I was doing, but I had so much energy. And so then the next year, the coach that we had was he retired, or I think he was fired, but we had a new one. We had a new coach come in, and our first day of practice, he sat on the bleachers and watched us play the whole time. And I kept thinking, when's this guy gonna do something? Like, what's he doing? He just watched us play, and I would look over at him, and he would go, and watch us play. And I was shooting my free throws, and he came and he stood right underneath the basket and stared at me like this while I was shooting my free throws. And I was like, cool, like, okay, awesome. And he comes up to me after a couple of them, and he says, you have the worst shot I've ever seen. And the next 15 minutes continued to break down every single part of my shot that was terrible. So I was really small, and I decided at a young age that I wanted to shoot a three-pointer. So I'd go back to the three-pointer, and I'd cock it all the way back like this, and then I would fling it up like this, and I expected that would do something. And it did. It bounced off the backboard and went air balls and things like that. And so he broke that apart, and I was thinking, man, this guy's really mean. But then these words he said to me stuck out, and they still stuck out to me today. This was the first time I had really experienced vision that moved me to change. He said, Janet, if we are going to be state champions, you have to be a shooter. You mean we're going to beat more than just deaf and blind kids? Like, that's all I could think about. That was all I had vision. That's all anybody had vision for me. And he said that, all of a sudden my mind opened up. I felt like Desiree had put oils on me, and I was like, state champions, it's possible. And my heart got excited, and all of a sudden I saw what it would look like, and I could feel that we were going to do it, and that it was possible, and that he knew the way, and that we could follow him. And I had a new fire lit in me. And there's two people in this picture that I want to point out. There is the girl in the middle, right here. The girl in the middle. This was my best friend. Her name is Michelle. And then this girl right here, this is my other best friend, my sister, just older than me, named Molly. And we were on a team together. And if you'll notice, we were tall, we were talented, we had a lot of talent, we just didn't know what to do with it. And the coach at the very end of the practice stands up and he says, get on the line, back there at the end, get on the line. So we all go back to the line, and he says, I have never seen such talented people with so little talent. He said we had the capacity. We looked like a good team, but we just had never been trained. We'd never been taught. We had no skill. So he said, if we're going to be state champions, we are not going to beat them by skill. We have to be in the best shape in the state. That's it. And so he lined us up on the line, and he had us run these ladders, and he had us start right here, and the whole gym we would have to run, and then we'd touch, and then we'd backpedal, and we'd run, and we'd touch the next one, and then we'd backpedal. Exhausting. Has anybody backpedaled the whole length of a gym before? Oh my word, it was exhausting. And my friend there, she's 300 pounds. Most incredible person you'll ever meet, but really struggled in that way. And I remember he lined us up and he says, okay, we're gonna run. We started out with 30 girls that day in a school of 63. 30 girls came out for basketball. Like, that's how important, that's what we thought it was. So he lined us up and he said, go. And we ran those ladders, and we thought, okay, surely he's going to stop us. And we ran another one. We ran another one, and we ran another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. And I could feel my legs just throbbing. I could feel my body coming apart. I felt like I was breaking. And I looked over at my friend, and I was just, dying for her. And soon, people started sitting down. Girl after girl after girl, when he sat down, he said, if you quit these ladders, you are off the team. You do not progress. Quit. And I remember we were down to 11 people on the line. And he said, okay, get on the line, go. And I remember looking over at my friend and saying, do not quit. You can do this. I was dying. She was dying. She was, and she didn't. And we went and we ran the whole ladder, and then the last girl fell off. And he looked at us 10 players and he said, you are state champions. He said, what does it take? We started with 30, ended with 10. But what came from that? You'll notice here we got the senior pictures. Look at the difference in Michelle. Look at how she changed and transformed her body, herself, her everything, the way she carried herself. Look at her shoot that ball from up. I mean, it was just fantastic. What happened? What was the result? Second place division tournament. That year with my sister, we took second place in the division tournament. That means we won more than half of our games. Thank you. And you would look at that and be like, but we didn't win the state championship and we worked so hard. What? What the heck? What happened in 4 years? We were the first team to make it to state in 10 years of girls basketball at Richfield High School. Little better. We had an article, my friend and I had an article written about us that called The Unlikeliest of All-Stars, because I was so short and she was a big girl. And I still have it. It's a treasure to me. But here is the magnificent part. Because of the vision that day that he instilled in us, that we decided that us 10 girls were going to be state champions, that school won 5 state championships the year after I left. So does it matter what you're doing today? To those 5 years of girls that won state championship after state championship after state championship, and now was even on ESPN for a story, and was all over the place. And those girls, 5 generations after, the experience and the inspiration and all they got to carry on, started that day with us 10 girls. With a coach that had a vision that said we could be something more. Is vision important? It is paramount. So what do you do to gain such a clear vision? Well, I've broken it up into a few things. What do you want and why? First thing. Second thing, how bad do you want it? Third thing, what do you choose? And then fourth thing is to inspire others. Oh. There you go. You master these 4 skills and you will never worry about your vision. You could be in the depths of despair and you will know exactly where to go. Just put some Roman chamomile on your third eye and go ahead and start with what do I want and why.